Rather than do a presentation, we wanted to give you a kind of experience, a sort of almost like a mini artwork to experience. So although I'm speaking slowly, I'm going to try not to say too much, because I want you to go over there and experience it.
I think sometimes once you can get over there's a strange thing that happens when I'm interested in the art. There's a strange thing that happens when it stops being art and starts being furniture in the room, I think, personally. So you don't necessarily see it as art. Well, you do, but you've seen it for so long. Say some of these exhibitions on for a year. Yeah. You've seen it for so long. And some people have been here longer than me, so they've seen things for much longer, but you don't see it as that work of art. Yeah. It's like furniture in a room. Okay. And
so you lose your connection.
You lose that, but I try and maintain that.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because it's obviously a really expensive, big project that has happened, and I'm interested about like how much people are waiting to actually experience it, know about it. Like, do you hear about it in the town? Is there anything? Yeah.
No, not really. Probably. I think if we weren't from Wakefield, then we might go. But I think it's there.
Yeah.
It's odd then.
I get the impression that more people not from Wakefield know about it than people from Wakefield.
I said if we went to Scarborough, then we'd probably we'll go and look at that.
Yeah.
And because it's there, we just.
I applied for this edition of the Creative Labs because I've always found in my research that the interesting things come when you put unexpected things together. So I just wanted to collaborate with some people I wouldn't normally interact with.
We started by having conversations. Over the course of the couple of months we were working together, it kind of became more clear different people's personalities, what they were interested in, what they were good at. And by the end we just kind of pulled together as a team. There was no conflict at all. There was definitely kind of different viewpoints about different aspects of the project, but it had a kind of nice group dynamic, which I think is a kind of testament to the way that we were put together, because obviously we didn't choose to work together, we didn't know each other, and we were kind of put together by the team that is running the project, and I think they did a good job.
Well, I found the project challenging just from the point of view of the elastic brief, but also working with people from different fields and resolving kind of differences. I think there was a few differences in the group, and also the dynamic of keeping everybody involved I found quite challenging, and the benefit, because working with different dynamics I found very beneficial generally, because I tend to work with people quite a lot, but it tends to be a collaboration of 2, maybe 3 maximum, or sometimes large groups, but the large groups that I work with I know better, so there's less learning there. So it was about learning the dynamic of the group and managing it and coming up with good ideas at the same time. Also, we have undefined roles. Yeah, exactly. So normally, when I do a project, normally I know that I'm, say, the designer, and the lighting designer is the lighting designer, and the director's the director. Well, we're kind of a bunch of people who are working on an undefined thing in undefined roles. Yeah, it's completely elastic. Yeah.
I think there's something that really concrete that I can take away from this, which is not snatching at things, not snatching at output or conclusions or whatever it happens to be, but really considering spreading your kind of critical stance a bit wider, maybe talking to other people about it, just like exploring more in general, be less linear about things.
I think especially if you're freelance, you feel like you need to work fast to earn a living, and there's something nice about taking the time to have discussions. I think the quality of the work is better actually because you've had more conversations. So I'm going to try and bear that in mind.
You can really unpack it. You can really say, you know, this has been a progressive thing.
Yeah, you can't really rush it. There's a lot of rushing about these days, and I think to actually not rush it is quite good.
Yeah, scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely
doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right. Everything that you do in life is targeted towards producing something to gratify someone else, but it's kind of, you know, the opposite of that in some ways, which is actually the most valuable thing.